because I have to read it out to give you the details. So let's move on to the television footage of the same man, and I will tell you who he is. He's a 21-year-old man. He's from Pakistan. In these pictures, he's actually seen as terrorist 1. He is Amir Kasib. He's 21-year-old, speaks fluent English. He's from Tehsil Gipalpura in Faridkot in Pakistan, the only terrorist to have been caught alive in this entire operation. And he is right now pleading with people to eliminate him after first being said he does not want to die. He's the person who at the end of the operation, the irony of this is that this man who was walking around so confidently with a Versace what appears to be a Versace polo neck t-shirt. We can only go by what the physical description we have. He is giving out the entire detail of what happened and what was on their minds. And that's the exclusive news report that we broke here. We are actually putting the points out there so you can get a clear idea of it. The plan was to create a 9/11 to reduce, these are the words of the terrorist who's been apprehended, to reduce the symbol of India's economic strength to rubble. So in fact, this should to bring a 9/11 kind of situation. Repeated references that Azam Amir Kasib is telling interrogators that before the operation they were repeatedly told about 9/11, 9/11, 9/11. He also says everyone who took part in this operation is a Pakistani national or is a Pakistani, and this is the man who holds all the critical evidence right now. He's in the custody of the intelligence agencies and the interrogators, and of course a lot depends on what testimonials he's giving out right now. Now this also explains, this whole 9/11 situation also explains why at about 4 o'clock this morning the snorkels were taken up suddenly. Because the NSG was dealing with such a sensitive situation where they knew the enemy wanted to blow up the Taj. It would have benefited this man and all the other terrorists who were part of this operation and their perpetrators and whoever the sponsors are if there was one picture of the Taj being blown up. And that's why the snorkels were taken up at about 4 o'clock this morning. Let's go to those pictures of the snorkels being taken up at about 4 o'clock this morning. When the firing actually began, it became so intense. By this time the NSG had decided it had been able to corner the terrorists. These are pictures of the Taj at 3:30, and it intensified because the NSG obviously gave itself a limited amount of time to finish off the entire operation and stop at any point of time the possibility of the Taj being blown up. And at this point of time, I'd just like to say the NSG commandos were inside the Taj. The NSG knew that there was an attempt to blow up the Taj. They were actually, all the NSG commandos were putting their own lives on the risk, on the line in this situation to take control of the Taj. And that's why it's so important to tonight stand up and salute not just the top officers, but each of the NSG commandos. And especially we have there one of the funeral of one of the NSG commandos. These pictures are coming to you from Bangalore. Tonight one must remember that as the funeral of this NSG commando is carried out in Bangalore, this finest formation of the Indian forces, these men actually risked their lives when they knew there was an attempt to create a 9/11 kind of situation inside the Taj. That would not have been something that would have been unknown to the NSG, and yet they risked their life. They went inside the building that they wanted to destroy, and hence just on this channel as well for the next minute we will also observe just silence as we bring you these pictures of the last rites of one of the NSG personnel.